Hello. No fancy editing once again. This is just a basic update to let you know how things went. Thanks to everyone who gave me such, uh, uh, such well wishes. That doesn't make sense. Encouragement and good lucks and stuff when I mentioned I was taking the exam. Some of you were wondering, well, hey, what's this exam you're taking? Well, there's actually two exams. Two exams to get my A plus certification. Now, what the A plus certification is it's sort of an all-encompassing test of technical knowledge and practical application and even some customer service type stuff to do with being a computer technician. So given that my job for the past year and a half, barring a few months in the middle where I was an unemployed bum, has been to be a computer technician, part of the one of the requirements of my job is that I got my A plus certification because part of the, I guess, marketing is that all the technicians are A plus certified. So obviously it's important to have that as part of your job. And on top of that, I mean, it's a certification that I've been wanting to get anyway, just to kind of put my own knowledge and experience to the test and to have, I guess, validation of my knowledge and such. So, for the past roughly year and a half, about, on and off, I've been studying, in addition to having the invaluable experience of actually working as a technician for the past year and a half. They recommend you have at least 500 hours of hands-on experience prior to taking the test. Excuse me. No editing. So I was thinking, yeah, well, I've got almost a year and a half experience. Is that enough? Yeah, so anyway, this was my study guide of choice, the A plus certification study guide from McGraw-Hill, written by Mike Myers. No, not that Mike Myers, and no, not that Mike Myers either. This is Mike Myers, the computer technician and manual writer. Really good guide. I really, in particular, what I liked about this one versus the other ones that I looked at is Mike's approach to technical manuals like this and study guides like this is very casual. It's very friendly. It's kind of like he's just kind of sitting there with you and you're chatting about computer parts. It's just very easy to follow, very accessible, even if you really don't have a wide experience with computers. Mike makes it very easy to follow. He's also got a YouTube page where he's got a whole bunch of video training videos related to the A plus certification. So I watched pretty much all of those, and they were invaluable as well. Not only is he an excellent writer, but he's also an excellent presenter. He's just as casual and friendly and accessible in his video presentations as he is in his books. Contrasted to the other A plus guides I looked at and the other video training I looked at, some of the video training on some of them was borderline useless. I looked at one of the a bunch of training videos from Cybex, and it was just pathetic. Like, it was beyond useless. They didn't tell you anything. I mean, they just sort of told you, like, this is a computer, and you can put parts in it, and it was just so basic. And on the A plus exam, they ask you a lot of very specific questions, and you need much more robust training than that. So, yeah, that was just awful. And then the other exam guides that I found were just so dry and so boring. I mean, even for me, someone who is interested in computer technology and whatnot, I found it boring, and my eyes were glazing over. And, like, even if it was a subject that a particular aspect of computers that I normally find interesting to talk about and read about, it was just so boring. But with Mike's guide, it made it a lot better. I know I'm not being paid to say that or anything. I'm just giving you my own personal experience and of the past year and a half of studying. And yeah, I think it's a great guide, and I definitely recommend it. Now, you're probably wondering, how did I do on the test? Well, they don't really give you percentages on these types of exams. They basically score, it's kind of like the SATs. In this case, they score you out of 900. So you have to get a certain amount of points or whatever out of 900 in order to pass. So there's two exams. First is the Essentials exam, which is basically just, as the name implies, just kind of all-encompassing basics of computer hardware, software, troubleshooting, a little bit of customer service stuff, things like that. And then the second exam is called the practical application exam, and that's more about, you'll get some technical questions in there, but it's more about the troubleshooting side of things, like what technicians do on a daily basis. So here we go. So I needed a score of 675 in order to pass the essentials exam. I got 758. Here we go. I don't know if you can... There we go. Ta-da! Awesome, eh? So that's pretty good. So that's my confirmation there. They did actually send me my certificate in the form of a PDF file, which I thought was kind of appropriate, given that that's really bright. We're not going to put that up there. Given that it's computers, so they're going to send it to you as a computer file, right? There. Okay. And then on the practical application exam, I needed a score of 700 to pass. I got... Where is it here? Can we... There. I got 725. Can we do it this way? There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, so just barely squeaked by on the practical. But I'm now officially A+ certified. In fact, on my name tag for work, I got a new one with that in the side there. That is the official CompTIA A+ certification logo, which you're only allowed to use if you're certified. So very cool. Very cool indeed. That was, to say the least, it was a huge relief of stress. It's been hanging over my head for quite some time, and I was really stressing about it. The deadline for me to finish, to get the certification, was the 15th, so just a couple days ago. I took the exam on the 13th, and I gave myself an extra day just in case I needed to retake one of them. Because if you fail one of them, you can actually retake it right away. But if you fail the second time, you have to wait at least 2 weeks and such. I knew that just wasn't going to be possible. Basically, it was right to the wire. Yeah, call me last minute McLean. Last of the great procrastinators. Oh, I'm sure not the last by a long stretch. Yeah, but I find I perform better like that when my back's against the wall and the heat's really on, the pressure's really bearing down. There's more at stake. I like that. I like the pressure. I thrive on it. So, yeah. So anyway, got her done. So what does that mean for my job? Well, it means I can keep my job. That's a big thing. Because I was, informed basically right from the moment go. If you don't get your A+ within 90 days, we're going to let you go. That's just, it's a liability thing. They need to have their technicians properly certified. And there's a big-ass fly buzzing around in here. I swear there's no rotten food. There's no garbage. I don't know. Whatever. It's because I keep the balcony door open all day. It's been stiflingly hot the past few days. It's just been crazy, crazy hot. Yeah, so the other perks, of course, are more hours. Now that I'm actually certified, I think they're bumping me up to full-time. I don't know if they're officially bumping me up to full-time. It's sort of unofficial at this stage, but basically it puts me higher up the priority list for people who, are able to get a few more hours than everybody else. So that's definitely a plus. So I'll be getting way more hours than I have been. Actually, it hasn't been too bad. There's only been a few weeks that I haven't got a lot of hours, but now that'll no longer be an issue. Like, I'll always have at least 32 to 40 hours a week, which is great. Then on top of that, I'm likely getting a raise again. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's great. So it all worked out. Job is secure. Now I can actually start living and enjoying life again. Well, almost. Still got some old debts to pay off that have been lingering for a while. But now it's going to be that much easier to get those paid off and sailing into the future. It's amazing what a difference just a few months can make. I mean, look where I was like 3 months ago versus now. That's a huge difference. A huge difference. I can actually start buying Blu-rays again and be on top of all the current debts. I've got faster internet than I've ever had before. I've got a better camera. Yeah, and I'll probably get an even better camera a little ways down the line. And keep an eye out for some deals. I really want to get a proper camcorder. I mean, this is sort of good as a temporary solution, but I really want to get a proper 1080p camcorder, flash media based preferably. I'd like to get away from the moving parts. and then we can go portable. I can take you around around town and whatnot, and see some of the beautiful sights of BC, which I'm sure I know a lot of you enjoyed some of the outdoor ones I did with the old standard def camera, like the Gold Stream salmon spawning, and when Annetta and I went in search of awesome asses around town and things like that. So yeah, I definitely love to be able to go portable, even just to do a video of, a review of something from a park or something. I don't know, whatever, we'll see. Get some of that beautiful scenery in. Anywho, I'm just kind of squeezing in this update real quick before I go off to work. I thought you'd like to know how I did on the test. It went phenomenally well. In case you're wondering, it's not certification for life. It used to be, but they actually changed it a little while ago. You actually need to retake it once every 3 years, which makes sense. I mean, with something like computer technology, obviously you want to stay current. There is a clause, though, however, that you may not need to retake it if you're kind of working in the industry and you're working with all the latest technology and whatnot as it comes out, and you have a familiarity with it. I think you can just pay a maintenance fee to keep your certification active, something like that. Anyway. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll find out in 3 years what I need to do. I'm sure I'll get some kind of notification. But that's it. As for what the future holds, as far as other certifications goes, I mean, if you're looking to get certified in computers and you want to get into the IT world, A+ is definitely the first one you want to get because it serves as a good foundation that you can build upon. After this, there's a couple of other ones I'm kind of toying with. There's Network Plus and Security Plus, which are, again, kind of all-encompassing of those two subjects, but will give you a good foundation to build upon. And then if you want to specialize, go to Novell Networks or Cisco Networks, or, go to, more Microsoft-based stuff, you can do all that too. There's literally, I mean, there's certifications for everything, all aspects of computers and the business world. And basically, long and short of it is, you get your certification, you can get more money. And I like money. Alrighty. Well, that is it for me to you for now. Next time, we'll get to those package openings. Yeah, I realize I'm out of the. We've finished the backlog of videos, so now I gotta hustle and make some new videos for you guys. So expect some new videos. Maybe tomorrow, maybe this weekend. I don't know. I've only got 1 day off this week, so yeah, be careful what you wish for. Right? It's great to have all the hours and money. But now I'm not having as much free time to enjoy it. But hey, whatever. That's the nature of the beast, right? Yeah, I don't know. Sometime in the next few days, we'll get things up and rolling again. I just needed a few days to recuperate after the exam. Needless to say, it was very stressful. Had a lot at stake, and yeah. So yeah, in case there's any doubt, if I had failed the exam, I would have been fired. So yeah, no pressure or anything. I was pretty confident going in, though, because, I know computer stuff. And honestly, most of my studying was just kind of skimming anyway, just sort of focusing on the specific detail-oriented things that I knew they would want to know. Like processor socket types and the differences between different RAID arrays and what some of the more commonly used port numbers are for like FTP transfers and HTTP and secure HTTP and mail transfer protocols and things like that. Stuff that's probably Greek to a lot of you, so I won't bore you with it. Alrighty, that is it for me to you for now. So next time, package opening. Following that, I've got a bunch of Blu-ray updates that I want to get done, and some DVD updates as well, I think. Yeah, so we'll get to that very soon. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Oh yeah, I have to go all the way over there to turn it off. Alrighty, and next time I promise there'll be some editing. Alright, bye!